And here we are, Sunday morning. Quite foggy, as you can see. Quite foggy. Yeah, lately Lisa in the morning is quite ready to go for a walk. I assume this is due to, lowering temperatures. Yeah, perhaps next week they said we will be basically will be hitting zero or below zero even Celsius, of course. So yeah, interestingly, the new asphalt layer on this bus stop is currently white. There is regular black. So I don't know really what is going on, or is this an sub layer. You can see here. So yeah, and there is regular black. I never previously saw that they would be using white stuff. Yeah. Another let's say interesting and also funny story that has been published I think this week or even already previous week is regarding solar panels. So I think that you all must know that EU is investing heavy in solar panels, and people can apply to get subventions to help them buy. But there is there are a couple of catches. Well, primary catch is that I saw something from the distance. Ten cents coin. Yeah. So subventions are pretty hard to get, but even harder in some cases is the permission from the electric company that covers that area, because how much there is these companies have to take into consideration when issuing these permits. They have to take into consideration how much the specific electrical grid, how much can take, how much customers can be connected to that specific area. So for example, here in Ljubljana area, let's say, it's much harder to get permission than in some rural areas. And now we now have this system, let's say, or program, better said, for quite some time. Some people are investing heavily in these solar panels. That goes for like private citizens or smaller companies, farms, or even big companies like factories and so forth. But this week or last week there was an article where even the representatives from the electrical power companies expressed a surprise that people with solar panels are now actually paying more for electricity than before. And this is because people are not thinking. Why? This fog is perfect example. Quite a lot of Slovenia is subjected, to different weather patterns, let's say. Because we are in the cold room here in Ljubljana, we have fog quite often, as you have most likely noticed in my videos. Which means when you have fog, even if it's sunny, otherwise no solar panel will, get any sun. Not to mention, for example, that majority of electricity produced by the solar panels will be naturally during the summer months. And of course, if you're considering when the majority of this electricity is being produced, in the day, it's of course during the day, the daylight. So when majority of people are at work, not at home, which means electricity is being generated during the day when you are at work, which means you don't have to need so much energy while you are at work at home, which means that the majority of the produced electricity goes into a grid, but because of other solar producers, the quantity of such energy that is coming back to the grid is quite big, and that of course means that the price for this electricity is going down. Supply and demand. And then of course majority of the electricity is getting used in during the evenings, or if you go, let's say, on yearly schedule, during autumn or winter, where of course the days are shorter, affected by fog, clouds, raining, which of course everything affects the production. And because they cannot get enough of okay, we will try to get some light while we are speaking about electricity. Liza wants to go here. So yeah, and supply demand also dictates that in this time of year the price of electricity is higher. And then they said this then affected because people with solar panels were thinking we will now get so much cheaper energy. The day first installed over dimensional or more bigger solar panels than they needed in the first place. Plus, because of their belief that now they have, you can see how much moisture there is in the air, because in their belief that now they have cheaper energy, cheaper electricity, they start using electricity much more at their home. They perhaps bought even electrical car which you also have, subventions for them. Apparently, one of the people that were interviewed for this article, he even said that apparently some people started putting heaters into their onto their roofs, on their driveways. Okay, I have to clean up after Lisa, and we'll be right back. So yeah, people change their consumer habits, believing. Oh, I don't think we can see it. Oh, here it is. Thanks to the light, I noticed another trap set by the spiders. Yeah, and people change their habits, started to use electricity more and more, and at the end of the year, when they are calculating your surplus or your actual energy requirements and your how much you have actually spent during the year, they realized that they now owe money to the electrical company, and even more than before. So yeah, that is quite an interesting observation. Yeah, Slovenia is also quite hilly, mountainous, and not every location is suitable for solar panels. Plus lately we had even a couple of quite let's say, oh, you cannot see anything, okay, we'll make it short. Quite noticeable fires, which people basically, it's a common belief that they were caused by solar panels, or the grid supporting solar panels on different these buildings that basically burned. Okay, we will end on this point. You cannot see anything.